hello. That's your allocated 1 minute of ocean waves and a big whale and some animation going on there. So now you have to look at our faces. Hello, my name is Sam. And that's
Hello, my
Andy's
name's
distraction.
Andy.
There you are.
Sorry, yeah. Hi,
Hi.
I'm here
Um,
too.
we're having a good little time. Because why is that, Andy? What's today?
It's Canadian Thanksgiving Day.
In what ways does Canadian Thanksgiving differ from American Thanksgiving, Andy?
Well, it's actually quite related in that you're being thankful, I think, for not being part of the US. Is a big bit of it. Other than that, I'm not really sure what it's celebrating.
It's the same stuff, though, right? It's all turkeys and that. Do you not feel like they were just a bit scared of feeling left out?
Well, yeah, I mean, do you not get that when you hear about Thanksgiving and you're like, I want a pre-Christmas? I mean,
We
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 have
have it
like
every Sunday. We have Sunday roast. It's normal for us.
we also have, that we have Black Friday now.
I don't want
And
it.
yeah, and I remember being in the US, seeing Black Friday sales occurring and being like, "Oh my god, I'm so glad we don't have this
It
around
sounds
in the
like
rest of the
something you'd
world."
build a sad memorial for.
Yeah, I mean, after the first one, that's maybe
Yeah,
where they should have gone with it.
this is to
But
memorialize Black Friday. So, we're gonna. You think that's why Halloween became big? No, Halloween became big, JT, because it's a good laugh, and everyone dresses up a bit daft and scares everyone. And oh, there's a skeleton. Oh no, that's a ghost. Like that, everyone can get on well with Halloween.
yeah, I'd say so.
I,
Except, actually, in the village I grew up in, half the people whose doors you would knock on when I was a kid would just slam the door in your face because they really hated Halloween for some reason.
yeah, same. But all the kids loved it, and we
Yeah.
saw a bit of spectral. It was a spectral Halloween miracle. Me and my little brother were going around. I can't remember what we were dressed as, but it was probably
Uh-huh.
really cool. We were probably dressed as like Woody from Toy Story, and probably just a ghost. And we saw this fella. He had a low garden wall, front garden, and we're walking up, and he's outside. He's sorting his stuff
Mm.
out, and it's colder up north as well, so it was quite chilly. And we're giving him the Happy Halloween trick or treat and all that lot. And do you know what he does, Andy?
I don't, Sam.
We were about 7 and 5 years old. He goes, "No, piss off!" And do you know what he did after that, Andy?
Threw something at you.
He slipped on some ice. Me and my brother said, "All right then, bye," and laughed and walked off.
Rarely is justice so immediate. When
So,
I had a
thank
little
you,
walk.
ghosts.
That was pretty awesome. I had a little wander around the block for Halloween last year just to see people's decorations.
Mm.
And there was this really elaborately carved pumpkin outside somebody's house, and I thought, oh, that looks incredible. It looked kind of like Gothic script, but I
Mm.
couldn't make out what it said on it, so I kind of went closer. And what it said was just no in big letters, and it had an arrow pointing away from their house.
Oh wow! So you knocked, right?
No, I did. I thought after that. But
Try and chase you down the street and slip on some ice.
yeah.
So
Me and
yeah,
oh, sorry, you go.
no, I was just gonna get on with it. If you
I
got
was
if you got more content, let's have it.
no, I was just gonna say, me and my older brother, sorry, for Halloween, our outfit was that we would go as witches, but we had a whole outfit was that we had a broom and one hat. So we would take it in turns. One of us would wear the hat, the other one would carry the broom, and then we'd switch.
I like that. That's efficient.
Yeah. Uh, Pretty good
Uh,
system.
so yeah, as you may remember, last
Hmm.
session we had a chapter called "The Advocate." And an advocate is someone who has strong opinions about things,
Hmm.
and Ishmael is a guy who has strong opinions about why whaling is really cool. And I'm not saying
Yeah.
he's just trying to defend his position as a guy who's thrown it all away to go out on a boat for no money and just get kicked in the shins every day.
A hunky captain.
By, well, not even a hunky captain right now. It's bloody Oh no, he's not on the ship. And who was kicking him? Was it Peleg? It was Peleg. Peleg's gone.
Yeah, Peleg's left. That
There
was
will
his
be no more shin kickings.
That was his last act as captain, was to kick Ishmael up the arse.
But yeah, he gave us a lot of good reasons for why whaling is very cool, actually. And we're going to go and read through what those reasons were. And then we're going to do the next chapter, which is literally like a paragraph and a half, so that won't take us long at all.
I'm so excited for that because we're going to break some records. We're going to do a speed run of a Moby Dick chapter. Also, I'd say it's quite a timely time. If that, well, that's kind of a redundancy, isn't it?
Yes.
But it's timely to be looking at somebody advocating whaling because it seems like whaling is in the zeitgeist at the moment.
Whaling's in vogue, not the magazine, but the, yeah, like you say, the zeitgeist, which is German for time ghost.
Yeah.
Which I think's great.
It's also my favourite superhero.
What would Timegeist? What would Time Ghost do? Like, would he travel back in time and haunt himself when he was alive?
I think he can only travel.
Oh my god, who are you? I'm you! You will die! Oh no! What are you gonna do about it? I don't know, that would create a paradox.
Flip
I can't
side,
stop
though.
you or change anything.
But don't worry, spirits exist, and you know, you'll just keep being a ghost. It's not that bad.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Just here to reassure you. By the way, don't worry about it showing the green man at the crossing. That's just a suggestion.
Would I have ever died if I hadn't suggested to myself in the past not to worry about the green man at the crossing?
What about that Butterfly Effect film, but with Time Ghost?
I don't think I ever watched it, but I'm gonna throw my hat over the fence and say it would be 100% better.
The most ridiculous. So you know the concept though. It's Ashton Kutcher goes traveling through time. No, not through time. Things happen, and
the guy who was going to go into space and then didn't. You mean?
I don't even remember.
That Ashton Kutcher. Didn't we talk about this in the podcast?
He keeps somehow going. Did Ashton Kutcher go into space?
No, didn't we talk about the fact that he bought a ticket to go into space on one of these billionaires things, and then his wife said, "This isn't the time to be going into space, Ashton," and he was like, "You're right."
I do not remember. But yeah, somehow he can mind shift back in time and take different courses of action. And the weirdest thing that happened was he goes back and changes basically nothing. Goes back to present day and, fucking hell, I've got no arms or legs anymore because they got blown up in a firework accident that had nothing to do with anything he's done. And it's just like, yeah, I guess that would be surprising, and it shows that, you know, no one has like full control of what happens in their life. But
well, yeah, weird. Does he change his ways and decide not to tie a load of fireworks to his arms and legs?
Well, the next time he goes back and changes things, he's fine. He's got his arms and legs, but I think he has a hard time going back in time without his arms and legs. From what I remember. It's not a very good film.
Okay.
You know what else isn't a good film? Dune. We watched that. The old one.
Oh, the old one, I was going to say.
Yeah. It's very slow.
It's got Sting in it.
Yeah, Sting's the best part in it. He keeps going around in his little pants doing this face. And the Baron's very good. He's a fat guy who hovers and just keeps going... and like sucking blood out of boys and stuff. It's
Cool.
He's a weird guy, but he's enjoying it.
He knows what he likes.
But yeah,
Is that the model for Dr. Robotnik?
not far off, you know.
It's going to be the
If
new
Robotnik went and like
Sonic.
sucked blood out of captive animals. Alright, cool. So let's get on it and let's have our read through of. Wait, let me get our version up. Is this still? Oh, the font's different. We'll be working. We are on to chapter 24. I say ye now.
Nice.
Do you want to start, Andy? Or shall I?
I'd love to start. Try and stop me.
I'm not gonna.
Let me tell you, lots of people, they don't think whaling is very cool or fashionable, or that whalers are generally very handsome. That's the sort of thing that landlubbers go on about. And I'll tell ye what, matey, you look around this ship...
Oh, wait, sorry, I'm going to correct all the U's into ye's as we go through.
Sure, you look at salty dogs like me and my burly husband Queequeg, and ye think, wow, now those are some great, powerful and salty guys. Ye know what? Ye wouldn't. Ye wouldn't say that because ye wouldn't see us. We'd be out here on the waves looking for whales, and you'd be in some stupid city on stupid land, lubbing it up, working a desk job. You pricks.
You see, whale guys don't carry business cards. Ye see one of us unlucky enough to be on land for more than 30 seconds, and maybe we've been dragged along to some fancy party, probably because they met someone who was instantly awestruck by how whalers are. That person, at that party, what are they going to say? Hi, I'm a harpoon guy and I kill whales for a job. You're gonna think that they're not a serious professional like you, or anyone else you know who writes words or moves papers around for a living. And let me tell you, you'd be a fucking idiot to think that. Wouldn't you? The temerity of you people! Let me break it down for ye, because I doubt ye... There's so many ye's. Because I doubt you'll have put that much thought into your own prejudices. Fuck's sake. Ye... Year lot. Think that whaling is a bit gross because it's basically being a butcher of the sea. Is that right? Well, first of all, everyone loves a butcher, so make a note of that.
Ye know what else they call butchers? Military guys, getting loads of people killed and whatnot, processing far more meat than any whaling voyage. And ye know what? People bloody love 'em. You get a soldier waking up at that party where everybody's being snooty. Sorry, walking up would make more sense, but waking up might be applicable too. At that party where everybody's being snooty about a whaler, that soldier's going to have sexy ladies throwing themselves at him. He's been out there hacking men apart. Ye confess to hacking a whale's head off, though, and they look at ye like ye're a monster.
Head off? Yeah.
I'll do the next one if you're typing. Well, let me tell ye something about monsters, though. Whales. Whales is monsters. You get any average soldier and show him some of the crazy shit that a whale can do, and let me tell ye, that soldier's gonna cack his kecks. He's gonna cack his kecks more in the time it takes for a whale's tail to splash his face than he would have done over the entire course of the Civil War. After all, what are the comprehensible terrors of man compared to the interlinked terrors and wonders of God? Bonus fact, you shall soon be initiated into certain facts hitherto pretty generally unknown, so get excited for that one. But did you know whales are actually very clean?
And people call whalers dirty. So, I know you might be reading this thinking, Ishmael, you've been on that ship for like 5 minutes. Calm down on calling yourself a whaler and getting involved in all these prejudices and whatnot, you lunatic. And to ye I say, get yourself on a whaling vessel for longer than I had at this point, and then ye can gatekeep landlubber. Here's another feather to put in a whaler's cap. You know shrines? The things where people burn candles and whatnot? Well, where do you think all those lamps and candles come from? That's right, it's Wales. So if you really think about it, every shrine that exists is in praise of whaling. You just didn't stop to think, did ye?
Tell ye what else. There's a lot of money in whaling. Millions of pounds. And if that wasn't enough for you, it's good enough for kings to show an interest in. So why won't you? Ye think Captain Cook and all these other famous sailors were the first to go and see the things they're famous for seeing? Fuck ye for thinking that. It was whalers all along. Whalers, I say. Whalers who wouldn't make anything like top billing on a crew manifest for any of these fancy pants captains that ye like. The real workers never get the appreciation. Ah, the world. Oh, the world.
I shall not be given evidence, but did you know whalers freed and then established democracy in Peru, Chile, and Bolivia? Australia, Polynesia, Japan, inhabited... Wait, no, that's really confusing.
I think it wasn't the original, to be fair.
On the topic of countries... Australia, Polynesia, Japan, inhabited. Thank the whalers for that one. Benevolent biscuits all round. If after hearing all this you still think that whalers are sweaty, gross bastards, then I challenge ye to a joust. Where I'll unhorse you, knock your helmet off, break lances off into your body until there are no lances left at the tilt yard. The whale has no famous author, and whaling no famous chronicler, ye will say. And to that I reply, hello?
And if you're such a whale bigot that you discount my words, well, you've only got to look at the words of the OG whaling journalist. Yeah, that's right, it's Job, from the Bible. Whaling not respectable, ye might say. Whaling is imperial. By Old English statutory law, the whale is declared a royal fish. I know it's not a fish, but the Brits don't. Winky face. Okay, you've got to take us home on this one, I think.
There are more thoughts ye might have about whaling being bad, and thousands more retorts I might have to say about why it's good. But I think I've made my case, Your Honour, and so while we're here I'll just say, if by some chance you're raiding my office or my house after I'm dead, and you find some big fancy book or work of art or anything else that you think might be good, worthy of repute, worth scholars looking at and all that stuff, well, if that happens, don't put my name on it. Just put the author down as whaling.
Nice.
We should put that this was written by whaling.
Yeah. Now that we're adding subtitles, what was the last subtitle we added?
Moby Dick, or the whale, or whalers are cool, actually.
Yeah, that was it.
That's right, the author's on here. By...
Melville.
Melville.
And whaling. Is whaling going to be in all caps?
John Everyman. And whaling. Just normal. Okay. Alright.
Okay.
Which brings us to chapter 25. And another thing!
What more could he have to say after that? It seems like he's made his case perfectly.
Well, Andy, we're going to find out. In behalf of the dignity of whaling, I would fain advance naught but substantiated facts. But after embattling his facts, an advocate who would should wholly suppress a not unreasonable surmise, which might tell eloquently upon his cause such an advocate, would he not be blameworthy? Andy, whoa, what's all this? I'm all entangled in words. Help me.
So I think he's saying, I might just stick to the facts when I was talking about it, but then what kind of an advocate for whaling would I be if
You
I
didn't make things up.
Yeah, if I didn't start embellishing it.
Okay. All right. But in fact, can you remember exactly what you just said?
I could just stick to the facts about whaling in defense of whaling.
In defense, I could just stick to the facts about whaling. In defense of it, fighting off all your incorrect opinions.
But if
and
I just
stupid comments.
But if I just stuck to dry facts, what kind of an advocate for whaling would I be?
Dry facts. What kind of whaling? What kind of... We can't say whaling advocate, it sounds weird. Like, is he like a whale hype man? A whaling...
Yeah.
Whaling fan?
I quite like whaling fan.
Yeah. What kind of a whaling fan would I be? A boring one. Right.
Nice.
It's well known that at the coronation of kings and queens, even modern ones, a certain curious process of seasoning them for their functions is gone through. There is a salt cellar of state, so called, and there may be a caster of state. How they use the salt precisely? Who knows? Certain I am, however, that a king's head is solemnly oiled at his coronation, even as a head of salad. What? Can it be, though, that they anoint it... that they anoint it with a view of making its interior run well, as they anoint machinery? Much might be ruminated here concerning the essential dignity of this regal process, because in common life we esteem but meanly and contemptibly a fellow who anoints his hair, and palpably smells of that anointing. In truth, a mature man who uses hair oil, unless medicinally, that man's probably got a quaggy spot in him somewhere. As a general rule, he can't amount to much in his totality.
Okay.
I don't know what his point is here.
It's been a while since he's gone.
Oh, he's just gone off on one. But then we come next paragraph. We bring it back round to.
Okay. Do you want to walk through? Should we break this one down first?
I think we should.
It's well definitely known. Worth a close reading. Right. So
everyone knows.
Everyone knows that you anoint kings and queens when they get a coronation. So somebody's pouring a bit of oil on them, like a salad.
Yeah. Everyone knows that when they put the crown on a king or a queen, they put a bit of oil on their heads. Like they were a salad.
Yeah.
Or like they were a salad. Nobody knows why.
And then he's having a bit of a joke with us, and he says, "Is it maybe because they don't run that well? Is it they're a piece of machinery that needs a bit of an oiling?"
But nobody knows why. But maybe it's something to do with the same reasons you put oil on machinery and old cogs and such. It's to make them run well, which personally I would take offence to if someone comes along and says my brain need some outside help from some oil because it's all rusty and slow. What's their problem? Why are they like this? Anyway, Royals don't mind.
And then he's got a final point. He hasn't finished burning people. He's burnt kings and queens by saying,
Okay.
so they need oil to run better. Then he's like, well, the only other people I know who put oil in themselves are older guys who put a load of oil in their hair. And if I'm being honest, I've never known somebody who's oiling their head
Who I wouldn't call a bit quaggy.
yeah, hasn't got a quaggy spot. And also, I've just looked up the word quaggy, and all I can find online is lots of people being like, I'm reading this chapter in Moby Dick, and and it's got the word quaggy in there, and I've never heard it used anywhere else.
I would assume it's somehow linked to the word quagmire. I'm going to assume it's a bit swampy. And that's just how I choose to interpret it. But we're going to not even interpret it. We're just going to use the word quaggy because it just feels like the right word for what he's trying to convey.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's actually a little article here, just in brief. Somebody went through Melville and looked for Melvillisms or words that Melville's invented, and he gives little definitions of what they mean for landlubbers, like to figure it out. But this article says after quaggy, there's just a dash and then no explanation.
Cool.
And the note says, Purcell didn't give us a definition here, maybe because he doesn't know one.
Alright. Okay. So, anyway, Royals don't seem to mind. Maybe it's part of their breeding. Putting that in to show that he's not much of a royalist, is our Ishmael.
Nice. It's also making him sound a little bit like a eugenicist, though, so I don't know if I'm a huge fan of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's fine. Just leave it with Royals don't seem to mind. The only other people I've seen willingly oiling up their heads, that's a certain type of older chap. And you know what? I don't think I've ever met a single person who uses hair oil who doesn't have something deeply wrong with him. I don't have the medical terminology or the research to back this up. But I'll just say anyone who uses hair oil just seems to be, I don't know, quaggy. Quaggy? Somehow. Quaggy, somehow. It's just my opinion.
What does Google spell check think of that?
Seems to like it.
Oh.
Yeah. Alright. And can't amount to much in its totality.
Yeah.
Jesus, we need to get that in.
Okay.
They just never seem to add up to much. If you look at things holistically. Alright. It's just my opinion. No offense.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Right. I'll. Do you want me to do this little 3-word paragraph and then you take the closer, or should I just do the whole
Uh,
thing? It feels like there's a good bit of. You haven't done any shouting this episode, and I
no,
feel
no,
like
you do it.
the
You can
last
do
line
this one.
could be shouted. Okay. But the only thing to be considered here is this: what kind of oil is used at coronations? Certainly, it cannot be olive oil, nor Macassar
You've
oil,
got a list!
nor castor oil, nor bear's oil, nor train oil, nor cod liver oil. What then can it possibly be but sperm oil in its unmanufactured, unpolluted state? The sweetest of all oils. Think of that, ye loyal Britons. We whalemen supply your kings and queens with coronation stuff.
I mean, we can just copy paste most of that.
Yeah. I'm glad my neighbours got to hear me yelling that.
Okay, so we can tune this up a bit though. But anyway, the main thing.
You haven't done an I'm the kind of guy for a long time.
I haven't.
He's really shutting us out from it in these chapters.
We'll get to it. I'm sure it'll come back. The main thing I'm trying to get at here is that when it comes to oiling up a royal, what kind of oil? Yeah. What kind? Italicized. What kind of oil is used? What
Nice.
kind of oil are we talking about? Certainly it cannot be olive oil, nor Macassar oil, nor castor oil, not what's bear's oil?
I would guess it's probably what it sounds like.
Okay, we're on a
Could
list.
be wrong.
Do we remove some of the more mysterious oils and replace them with up-to-date oils? I think we should.
What kind of oils do you want to see represented here?
Okay, I've got olive oil. Everyone knows that. I don't know what Macassar is. Is it like a really middle-class type of oil that only Ishmael would know about?
I don't know. Let's have a look. Bear's grease was a popular treatment for men with hair loss,
Oh.
from at least as early as 1653 until about the First World War.
Oh, wait, I was going to put cod liver oil? Cod liver oil.
Cod liver oil. Did he not have that in already?
Oh, wait. Oh, shit, he does. Okay, crude oil.
Vegetable oil, sunflower
Oh, yeah,
oil.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Come on, chat. What are some oils?
Train oil.
Emma's got olive oil. Olive oil's already in there, I think, isn't it?
It's top oil.
Extra virgin olive oil, says Emma. Nice.
Oh.
Raising the stakes.
Olive oil? Okay, we'll put that after olive oil.
Oh, bear's grease was made from the fat of the brown bear mixed with beef marrow and a perfume to disguise the smell.
Wow.
Yeah. Poor old bears.
No crude oil, no castor oil, no vegetable oil.
Engine
We
oil.
don't have engines yet. We don't have crude oil either, but the audience know what they are. But he does say train oil.
They're just playing word games now. They're saying soil and boil. That's...
Soil isn't... What are you doing? We're not defending the castle.
Wait, this isn't a chat at all. It's an AI.
How would we run dry on oil so much? What's train oil?
Oil be having you. Oil be back.
These aren't oils! Come on! We need help!
Oil be back I quite like, though. Because it implies he flubs his line. And then he's just thinking all the way when he's marching out of the police station and preparing to drive a police car back through the front of it. He's just like, man, I really messed that up.
What else have we got? We got olive oil, we got virgin olive oil. We got vegetable oil. Is cooking oil a type of oil?
Well, I think that's an umbrella term for like sunflower oils, vegetable oils, linseed oil. Linseed oil is a thing.
Linseed oil.
Yeah.
Lem oil. Is lem oil a thing? That's what you put on wood, isn't it?
Oh, like you mean like lemon stuff?
Yeah. Is this something I've made up?
No, there is a thing you put on like guitar fretboards, which is like lemon oil.
Yeah,
baby oil, says Emma in all.
Baby
in all
oil.
caps.
Yes. The oil from babies.
I love that kind of cold shot in chats when somebody's like, "I've got such a good answer. It's going in all caps."
Cod liver oil, or even baby oil. What then can it? Please continue to send oils.
Sesame oil's another one.
Sesame oil and oil.
Yeah. I don't even need to check.
Sesame oil. Oil-based paint. Cod liver oil.
I love that. I've just had a really vivid flashback to the moment where I said we were going to speedrun this chapter, and then we got so close, and then this is what derailed us.
His lists.
JT says
oil-based paints.
JT says you can oil almost anything. I don't
oil
think that's
or oil.
I don't think that's...
Oil or oil, it rhymes. If it rhymes, we have to put it in there.
True. Maybe that should be the chapter heading.
What then can it possibly be but sperm oil in its unmanufactured, unpolluted state? The sweetest of all oils. Sperm oil on your royals. Think on that, Brits. I'm just going to change that to Brits. We whalemen supply your kings and queens with... Andy, I kind of want to change it to we supply your kings and queens with our sperm. No? It would be a funny little sperm joke. But also it's a bit cheap, innit?
It's unusually on the nose for the John Everyman transcription.
That would be confusing.
Yes. I feel like if he did make a joke like that, there would be an asterisk, and then it would explain the joke at the bottom.
Okay, what we are going to do to explain it... Yeah, we'll asterisk it.
Okay.
Sperm. The first time I mentioned sperm, I'm going to asterisk and say... Sperm-whale. There we go. Sperm oil on your oil. It even rhymes. Just to really make people notice. Think of that, ye loyal Brits. We whalemen supply your kings and queens with coronation stuff.
Do you want to just put stuff in quote marks and then it implies the same thing?
True.
And then put a winky face after it again. So that's just something that Ishmael does whenever he addresses Brits.
Ishmael, please stop winking at Brits. Cool, so on the topic of speedrunning, I think we're probably done there, aren't we?
That sounds good to me. Should we save a read-through until next time again? Because it's quite a nice system.
No, I think...
You want to read it, eh?
Yeah, just because it's a slap-on straight to the end of this one. The one that we just had, you know?
What, and then not do a read-through next time?
I mean, we could do a read-through next time. Next time, let's do a read-through of both of these chapters. Because they're not that long.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's right.
Holy smokes.
I don't really care, to be honest. I'm happy to do whatever.
I mean, I am too. I'd be more than happy to read this one. I'm just worried that we need structure. We need a routine.
Okay, we'll read through just this chapter. Just those quite a few paragraphs once we were done with it. Yeah, we'll do that next time.
Okay.
Next time when we're going to tackle chapter 26, Knights and Squires, and also chapter 27, Knights and Squires.
It sounds like that's just been done as like our hell, where it's like we've just finished transcribing chapter 26, Knights and Squires, and then we're like, thank God that chapter's over. What are we doing next time? I'm just joking. There's no chapter in Moby Dick is hell to me.
Are you sure?
It's all lovely.
I'm going to scoot on and see what else we got. Hey, wait a... Whoa. Speaking of hell, we already had the counterpane, which I believe we translated as the blanket, didn't we?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Is there a blanket?
Chapter 68, Andy. Chapter 68, the blanket.
You're kidding me.
You fuckers. You fuckers. What are we going to do about this?
This is like being hacked. This is like somebody broke into our Google document and just started changing stuff.
Hey, I'm going back to chapter titles. I got to figure this one out.
Oh my god, though. Look at Midnight Forecastle for a list.
What chapter is that?
It's a list of different things sailors might say if they're from a different part of the world.
Midnight Forecastle. What chapter number is it? The Shark Massacre.
Chapter 40. Oh yeah, I remember the Shark Massacre. That was a pretty vivid chapter.
Actually, there's chapter 58 it's called Brit.
What?
Chapter 58, Brit.
Does it have a winky face after it?
Chapter 57, of whales in paint, in teeth, in wood, in sheet iron, in stone, in mountains, in stars. There's a list in the title.
Oh my god. We haven't even scratched the surface of what this book has to offer, have we, in terms of lists?
It's daunting, to be honest.
Yeah, Brit. What does it mean by that?
They'll probably have met a Brit.
Nah. And then the chapter after that is Squid. So, you meet a Brit, you meet a squid.
Oh no! Spoilers! I just looked at chapter 110.
No, don't skip ahead!
Oh no!
This is why you never read ahead.
But then we've got the Pequod meets the Bachelor.
It's not as good as it sounds.
Oh. Fast fish and loose fish.
Wait, what? Is that the next Fast and Furious? Where they're all on fishing boats?
It'd be so much better. Like the sperm whale's head, contrasted view. He's just talking about what a whale looks like. Oh well. Cool. Well, we should probably close it there, eh?
Yeah, we probably should, because Emma's actually just shouting stop in the chat. So, as I can see, so that's probably time to stop.
Yeah, that's a good sign. Alright, cool. Well, I'll see you next week.
See you then.
Yeah. Please enjoy until that time arrives. See you later. Where's my end slate? There it is. Bye. Who do you think can say bye for the longest? Out of us
I'm going to say me.
Not out of anyone. Do you reckon?
I'm going to take a big breath first.
Yeah,
though.
me too. Let me take a couple of big breaths. Alright.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. You ready? Okay, let's go. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Oh man, Sam wins through sheer will.
I've got a very unique physiology.
I'm impressed.
Can only do that once a week.
We'll see you next time for the same thing, folks.
See you later. Bye.